Hi, it's Susanna with WordPress Building Blocks, and in this video we're going to look at categories and tags in WordPress. Now, categories and tags are part of the Posts menu, so to find them, log into your dashboard and then go to Posts, and you have categories and you have tags. We'll start with categories. Now, categories are the broader category, for lack of a better word, and one way to think about categories as opposed to tags is if you have a filing cabinet, inside the file drawer you have a Pendaflex folder, and inside that Pendaflex folder you have several manila folders. Now, let's say that the Pendaflex folder is labeled WordPress Themes, and the manila folders in there are free themes, theme frameworks, and standalone themes. Those could be subcategories or they could be tags. It depends on how you want to organize your site. Let's just say, for purposes of example here, I already have a theme category. I've got free themes and page builder themes and theme frameworks as sub-themes, subcategories, I should say, underneath that. I also have a category called plugins. Now, there are lots of different types of plugins. So maybe I would want to have a category of plugins that are about or that help you with scheduling. So I type scheduling here, and I can actually, categories can be hierarchical, so I can assign this as a subcategory under plugins, and description would be plugins that help with scheduling. And I add a new category, and notice that it shows up under plugins, and this dash here indicates that it's a subcategory. Now, let's say, to continue with this thought, that I wanted to add a tag, and I want this tag to say calendar. So this would be calendar plugins. And maybe I have a specific plugin that I want to mention here. I don't know why this darn thing keeps popping up. This is from my Dashlane password app. So a new tag under scheduling and calendar could be the name of a specific plugin, and we'll just call it my calendar. And this would be the My Calendar plugin. Now, tags are not hierarchical, so you can't nest one inside another, but that's how easy it is to add tags and categories. Excuse me. It's a good idea to think through before you start and figure out what you want your categories to be, because you don't want to have overlap. You don't want to have duplication. You don't want to have a category that is plugins and another one plugin singular without the S, because that dilutes the value of that category for your readers and for Google. And let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go to my actual WordPress Building Block site here, and I want to show you how the categories appear here and just what you can do with them. So here's my blog page, Here's my most recent post. It's 2020. Do you really need a page builder theme? So as you can imagine, theme is one of the categories, or in this case, themes, plural, that I assigned. And you can assign more than one category, or you can assign a post to more than one category. But it's a good idea to not use more than two because, again, it dilutes the value. So in this particular theme that I'm using, and the way that I've set it up in the information that's shown here. It doesn't show the author name because I'm the author of 99% of everything on here. It does show the date, and it does show the categories. I could show the tags here. I don't, but I could. Now, the categories and the tags, if I showed them, would be clickable. So let's take a look here. If I click on themes, this will take me to a page that shows a list of all of my posts in the themes category. So there's the one I just started with. Here's one about the Astra theme. Here's one about Navigation Pro theme. Here's one about a page builder, and so on and so forth. Now, if I go back here, the other category that I assigned this particular post to is design. So if I click on design, it takes me to another page where all of the posts that I've categorized as design show up. So there's this one, there's winning author website. What do you need for a winning author website? Revitalize your website in the new year. The same post about a page builder. So this is one of the wonderful things about WordPress is when somebody searches either by filling in a search term or by clicking on a category or a tag, they get one of these, what we call archive pages, with a list of all of your posts that meet that criterion. So obviously, if I had a category that was themes and another one that was theme, singular, some of these I might have put in the theme category and some in themes, and so the reader and the search engines don't get the best benefit from that category. So that's why it's a really good idea to think out your categories ahead of time. Make sure that you're covering the categories that you need, that you're not duplicating, you're not overlapping, you're not having multiple versions of the same category. Now with tags, it's not quite as important because the tags are smaller and more specific, so that's less important. But it's still a good idea to think about the tags that you're going to be using the most often and to put them in ahead of time. Now, if you want to add a category or a tag on the fly, it's very easy to do. Just go to your post where you want to add them, and over here in the sidebar you have your categories and your tags areas, and so you can search a category to find it, or you can scroll to find it, or you can add a new category. And to add a new category, just type in the category name. So I'll type in, what do I type in? My schedule. And the parent category would be plugins, and I just click add new. And notice it when it shows up in this list above, it's already checked. Now, remember I said that you shouldn't have more than a couple of categories. Because we've been playing around with this, there are a lot of them selected, so let's get rid of this and we'll leave it as, don't have 2 chosen plugins in my schedule. Now, tags, let me get rid of these. And to get rid of a tag, you just click the X next, so it's very easy. I'm going to put in my schedule and schedule a meeting, because maybe this is actually a post where I provide a tool for somebody to schedule something with me. And so type in what you want and then either hit the Enter key or a comma to start a new one. And that's all there is to it, to adding new categories and tags on the fly. I'm not going to save this because it's all nonsense anyway, but if you have any questions about categories or tags, let me know. And this is Susanna saying thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.